The fight started over cake, not mine, my brother's graduation cake. 3 tiers, fondant covered, custom lettering. The invoice was on the kitchen counter when I walked in. $2,300. My dad didn't ask. He informed me I'd be paying for it. "You've got the money," he said, not looking up from his phone. "It's just sitting there." No mention of the rent I paid, or the groceries, or the fact that I bought my own textbooks while my brother got his tuition gifted. I said no. Just one word. No. 2 days later, he came back. This time, it was about the car. "Your brother needs it more than you do. You work remote. He's got places to be." I laughed, not because it was funny, because it was so expected. I said no again, calm, measured, but I meant it. That night, the lock was changed. My laundry basket was on the porch. A trash bag filled with my things tossed next to it like roadkill. No goodbye, no explanation, just exile. All for protecting what was mine. I slept in my car that week, the same one they tried to take. A battered '08 Civic with a sticky dashboard and a cracked sunroof. It smelled like engine oil and stale fries. But it was mine, and that meant something now. I moved fast. Craigslist found me a studio with peeling wallpaper and paper-thin walls. I took extra freelance clients, ate ramen, didn't complain. I watched from a distance as their world spun. Instagram photos of the graduation party, champagne, gold balloons, rented suits. They looked happy, and I looked invisible. But time has a funny way of circling back. A year later, it was my brother who knocked on my door. He looked thinner, paler. His eyes flicked around my apartment like it offended him. "Hey, Dad said you might be able to help. I I crashed the car. Need some help covering repairs." My Civic, the one I'd refused to hand over. Apparently, they convinced Grandpa to co-sign a lease for a newer one 6 months ago. The same car he totaled driving drunk last weekend. I let him talk. Nods, short answers, no emotion. Then I said, "No." He blanked, like he didn't recognize the word, like it had lost all meaning coming from me. I closed the door on his shocked face and locked it. That was just the start. Turns out, Dad's little side hustle had become a full-blown IRS nightmare. Unpaid taxes, falsified documents, auditors crawling all over his business like ants on a carcass. I only found out because I got a message from a former client of his. She recognized my name from an old invoice he'd sent out, using my credentials. Forged, sloppy. He thought I wouldn't find out. He underestimated how much I'd learned. I gathered everything. Screenshots, paper trails, call logs, even the signature comparison, his shaky copy of mine. And I handed it over, not to the police, to his rival, a local competitor he used to mock. Now he owed him a lot more than pride. 3 weeks later, his business license was suspended, accounts frozen, equipment repossessed. He called me once, just once. Didn't yell, didn't threaten, just sat in silence. Then said, "I never thought you'd turn on your own family." I answered with the truth. "You turned first." Now, I still drive the Civic. It rattles in the cold and smells like old takeout, but it runs. And I sleep in a bed I paid for, in a home with locks only I have keys to. I don't go near them, not out of fear, out of peace. I waited a long time for them to need me, for the roles to reverse. And when the moment came, I didn't scream, I didn't gloat. I simply said, no, and watched karma do what I didn't have to. Funny thing is, they still don't see it. They call it bad luck, an unfortunate turn, an economy thing. They never saw the mirror I held up, but I did, and that's enough. I learned something in that year alone. Silence is a weapon. Distance is power. And sometimes revenge isn't loud. It's quiet. It's steady. It's refusing to be used ever again. They kicked me out, and I let them, because they thought I'd fall, but I was already walking away, and they haven't stopped falling since.